maybe somebody you know, maybe somebody you like, somebody I know that I love. My favorite, Jesse Camp, is in town.
Oh, okay.
I
remember
guys
Jesse.
know Jesse Camp?
Oh,
Jesse, are you in town?
Shit.
Jesse Camp,
Jesse, come on up.
our favorite MTV VJ extraordinaire, just come out of hiding.
Hey, man.
If you don't know Jesse, you're about to fucking know him, and he's the greatest motherfucker in town.
Howdy.
Jesse, I told you to wear something nice.
Well, this is from Guidan's Big and Tall in Reseda. They put the whole outfit together. They do me and AJ, Magic Johnson's gay son. So, you know, between the two of us, a lot of business to them. If you're in Van Nuys, Pacoima, that part of the valley, take a visit. But whew.
When the first time I met you, Jesse, and I will retell the story. We were at a party, and Jesse comes and goes, "Hey, man, I like your suit." And I said, "I like your layers." And he goes, "Oh man, you gotta have layers." and then Harmon met Jesse, and he's like, "Is this guy full of shit? Like, what the fuck is going on?" And
I think it probably says like, is he doing a character?
Yeah, is he doing a routine? This is a bit. And then Dan, a half hour later, had hung out with Jesse, and came up to me and goes, "It's not a bit. I fucking love this guy." And the thing is, to know Jesse is to absolutely fall in love with the most sincere, beautiful weirdo in the fucking world. I went to his house when you used to have the crib in Echo Park.
Yes.
And I opened up his fridge thinking there would be...
The Bone Zone.
Maybe the Bones. Well, I didn't know it was
that
the
was the street name for the dwelling.
So I went into his fridge hoping there would be snacks or maybe a beer.
Not in this fridge.
All it was one sad, half-full bottle of Bragg's amino acids, and then nail polish. that was it.
Oh yeah, a lot of strippers kept their polish up in my fridge, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
You know how it be.
It dries out.
I think the fascinating thing was like, well after I had met you, and I was in a dark place. I don't know if you hear this a lot, but I was in a dark place when I was hanging out with you.
Yes, me and Mark McGrath.
But like I remember,
and the Smash Mouth singer.
Years later,
a lot of people hang out with him and John Popper, the Bee Travelers. You know, that's a dark scene. Dan, I'm sorry, my brother.
It's all right.
But I do want to say one thing to the listeners, the straight up listeners.
Jeff just exploded.
In person, Dan looks like a G-damn handsome, oh my God, Paul. And you guys know this. He's in like the bromance movie.
Paul Walker. No. Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Dan looks like a handsome Paul Rudd.
You can't see it from there. You can't see it from there.
Vintage Kenny Rogers. I'm not talking like plastic surgery.
All right, well, now we're getting mixed signals.
Like daytime
He's like
friends.
Paul Rudd, just like the gambler, man.
Yeah.
Same thing, right?
Paul Rudd just fucked the gambler. Ant-Man 3. Yo.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there's an uplifting message there, which is like, hey, man,
Absolutely.
one man's Paul Rudd is another man's Kenny Rogers.
Yo, this Paul Rudd is a milk dud because he's creamy. He leaves room for cream, if you know what I mean.
Do you remember my ex-wife? My ex-wife, Erin McGathy, who is
The Gaff. We called her the Gaffer
the
Tape.
Gaff.
The Gaffer Tape is actually an adult film with Dan and her, and I'm gonna zip it.
She showed me a clip of your origin story, which is also actually the origin story of another friend of mine, another guy who I admire equally, who's like truly the opposite end of the spectrum. Like your origin story, forgive me if this offends you, that it's like, but it's like it starts with an MTV contest, right?
I thought you were gonna talk about my Yiddish background.
It starts with a Yemish,
Yes.
a Didic. No, it's the MTV had this like be the next VJ contest.
Absolutely.
And they did this like nationwide thing. It makes no sense to young ears now. It's like, why would you want to be famous? Isn't that a one-way ticket to fucking devastation? But back then it was like, hey man, be the new MTV VJ, and they had like a populist kind of like thing.
Absolutely.
And the two runners up, it was you. And it was my other friend, Dave Holmes.
Oh, yes.
And Dave Holmes is like this is such a fucking amazing, charismatic, friendly, like
He
he's
is
the
a force.
opposite of you in every way, which is not an insult to either of you.
Okay.
But like my ex-wife showed me the clip. She was like, she showed me the two of you.
Oh, at that time we were much different.
Well, yeah.
Like Ernie and Bert, though.
But it was like you both of you had class. It was like you weren't.
If Ernie and Bert switched shells or bodies, but like the soul of like, because I look more like Ernie, but I got the soul. No, I look more like Bert, but I got the soul of an Ernie.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, you won, and Dave Holmes was like,
Yeah.
but like you won because the people are gonna be like, fuck the system, give me this guy.
Also,
Yes.
knowing Jesse, like he's like you're a like encyclopedia of music knowledge. Like you really know music.
This is true, which brings us to the part of Harmontown that we are introducing tonight called Music Trivia with Jeff Davis.
Oh, shit.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, damn.
Mr. Jeff B. Davis, who is, by the way, guys, I don't know if this got mentioned, but can we give it up for Jeff? Do you know that he just performed at the Royal Albert Hall?
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
He did
Dan, that's so amazing. And then we got to tell some Jeff stories too. Like the time you, me, and Jeff got stuck in an elevator with Bryan Adams and Tina Turner. And a bottle of absinthe. You guys want to hear that story?
Yeah.
Let's just say Brett Kavanaugh knew what a devil's triangle was because we wrote the book or the calendar, either way.
Whoa.
And we were at the
Yeah.
we were at the Hard Rock. The Hard Rock Cafe, there was a show. It was New Year's Eve, and it was.
Oh, headliner.
And, who is it? Fucking.
VELVET.
The Velvet Revolver.
Boom.
Who's.
Hybrid of.
So we had tickets. I read
Scott Weiland as vocalist.
Yeah, Duff.
Slash and Duff of GNR.
And the other
course.
guy.
A weird man with a mustache, no wild card guitarist, but not wild card, like motherfucking the legend, the goddamn Johnny
I like Dan
Cash.
Harmon.
There's only
of
one wild card
comedy.
here.
Dan Harmon is the Johnny Cash of comedy, and I just want to acknowledge that right now.
Many people
I read
are
it-
He
saying
is like
that.
the Anton LaVey of comedy, if you know what I mean. That's Dan. He's the Dark Lord. He's the Light Lord. But listen, he's the Lord of the Ring, and when he punches, that hand sings and it swings.
all right,
So
you're
I
hired.
just-
You're hired.
All right.
Yeah.
You're here every week.
Sorry,
forever.
Dave Holmes.
Oh, man, I'll be behind the piano. Just
Jesse-
call me out.
Behind
Jesse, Dan and Spencer. Jesse texted me. He goes, "I'm here. I'm in the back row."
Hell yeah.
I was like, I
Yo.
can't believe that you were quiet. Because I can't believe
Hey
that
man,
we didn't
that's
know
my
that you
new
were
thing.
here.
It's quietude, man.
You know when I Quietude.
Yeah.
It's a Weezer's 13th record no one knows about.
He's been big on this quietude thing
let me
lately.
check the-
It's leftover studio outtakes from the Ratitude album.
Whoa.
I don't know where I was going there for a moment, but I'm back on track.
I like
This is a magical. This is more magical for me because come on, like Dan is the man and just amazing.
Can we talk? Well, it was music trivia. Let's get into. Can we talk about Phil Collins and
Yeah.
Tori
All right,
Amos?
Okay.
But I believe that. Yeah, of course, Dan.
Dan, do you want to try
This is your house.
Dan-
It's like, if you're like, I want to whip towels on you boys, it's like
Okay,
down.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
I'm gonna control this. Each of you get to ask each other a Phil Collins trivia question.
Oh.
So you
Okay.
you get to try to stump each other.
I mean, can we, just to clarify, Jeff, can we go throughout like Peter's entire career, which I believe traces back to 1968 or 69.
Save it for the game. Save it for the game.
First Genesis album from the beginning.
All right. So
With Peter Gabriel, Mike
each of you
Rutherford.
each of you right now think of a Phil Collins trivia question for each other.
Okay.
And Spencer, you get to pick. Do you have a coin or a die? Who can go first?
Of
So
course I
we're
do.
competing against each other?
Yeah. Well,
This is the first time, by the way, Dan and I have competed against each other since, get this, there's a male review, dance review, you know what I mean, called Thunder from Down Under, all Australian men. But they needed
That's
two
the
of
one time.
They had a spot for one more dancer. It's very
true.
much like Chris Farley and Patrick
Absolutely.
Swayze. No, not like that body shape wise. This is more like Dolph Lundgren versus Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah,
But we
true.
competed. That was the last time we actually competed in
It's the
something.
one time that it was either you or me.
Dan was Mr. Thunder from Down Under. Yo,
All right, so Spencer, pick a die that is close to a coin flip, like maybe. Like
Yeah. Someone do odd or even.
Oh yeah. So odd or
Odd or
even.
even, which means Dan is something.
Okay, so Dan.
Dan,
I
Dan,
start,
Dan,
I start with a Phil Collins trivia
Yeah,
question.
Dan, you get to either receive or kick right now.
Oh, wait, can I?
Oh,
So
it's
can
his
I?
choice.
X-rated.
Can I ask him to ask me a question?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
you have to ask me a
Oh,
question.
damn.
Yeah,
I'll
I-
receive. I ask for you. Go first.
No, I
No.
got the coin toss. You
You
have
ask
to.
the
You have to
question.
ask me a
Oh,
Phil Collins.
I have to ask you a Phil Collins question. I'd be honored to.
This is Phil Collins trivia. You on Dan 1-on-1.
I could ask things like, who was the bass player on Another Day in Paradise, but we all know that's Leland Sklar. All right, man.
All right. Well, that was. I'm hoping that was needless showboating.
I can feel it coming.
Come
Everyone
on.
does
It's
know
not
that.
amateur
Dance
hour.
into the light. Is that Phil Collins? It is.
All right.
Okay.
So
I'm like
This is my
these.
question for Dan. Okay, Dan, Phil Collins, this is true, y'all. I mean this.
I'm in fucking paradise,
question?
by the way, right now. This is
Yeah, no, this is good.
Okay, so get this. Phil Collins was a war histrionado. He loves like historical
He was
wars.
he was
And so
a
there
war
was one-
histrionado.
He was.
There's one specific kind of war in the history of this country, and it's also a landmark monument in this country named after that war where it took place. This man, Phil Collins, collected all kinds of memorabilia about this specific monument and battle. And Dan, can you name what this battle was? It's an historical battle in America.
Gettysburg.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Now, all right. One of
Mine
the great
is-
things about the Dynasty Typewriter is the popcorn. We all know that, available in the lobby if you're hungry.
Oh yeah.
If y'all need a food break, they made plenty of popcorn.
They also
and
got other
It
concessions.
is half off now, so just go crazy. Just don't throw it on the stage, because that'll bring back, it'll remind us of our Thunder from Down Under auditions when they would throw popcorn at us to make us dance. But,
you snapped into like showmanship, like
yes.
you're badass. Like you're like,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Is it, you heard a music cue and you're like, anyways, here's the thing. I'm Jude Law in AI, and I'm here to serve. Like you just
Jesse,
fucking-
what was the battle?
The Battle of the Battle of in San Antonio. Ozzy pissed on it. The Alamo.
The Alamo.
Oh.
Get this. Oh, okay. But listen, I don't want you to
The
just take my
Alamo.
word for it. Is there someone with an internet connection that can verify that I'm not making up a random thing? Because you guys do know I do that. I prank phone call the Hampton Inn and tell them that I sell waffle makers and can get them an even better one than the one they're giving the public for their breakfast. And it's like a whole
But this
thing.
game is not over because Dan, you now have the chance to get even
yeah,
right now.
exactly. I
No.
can fucking knock your socks
Yeah,
off.
no doubt. And
That
let me,
is
let me
cool
not
of
get
you.
too cocky at all, because that was a left brainer one.
Phil Collins did collect Alamo
Oh.
and he has $100 million worth of it.
What?
Church,
we
church,
never
church has
doubted.
verified it. So
I
church,
didn't-
I don't have
didn't
a-
And
doubt
he
it.
donated it
$100.
recently,
we have
though.
church verification, everybody.
I
Church
think to a
verification.
great museum.
I mean,
As
that's
I also, from earlier when we were talking about charities, I got a great charity I'm a part of that also helps out, much like the Innocent Project, and I love them. They're great. They do great work. Prison reform, very important. Fair justice system for all. No bail bonds for anyone. And just let everyone be OR'd and fucking let it just be a free, let's do this.
All
I'm
right,
trying to
Dan, do you
I
have
know,
your?
I'm trying to think so hard of like
your
I
follow-
can't kneecap him with but
shit.
I'm not. That's the
Yo.
humiliating thing. Like I
No,
I don't
no.
have a fucking Phil Collins question that can like. Throw
I can feel it in the air tonight. You're going to have a good one.
That's just
Oh.
come on. You're better than that.
There's a bomb-ass Phil Collins album track
better
called
than-
Like China. came out around the same time as China Girl by DB, David Bowie. I suggest everyone give it a listen after the podcast, Like China by Phil Collins.
Will you, like, I'm not stalling.
fair.
Like,
No,
tell me as
yeah.
a music aficionado.
Anything.
Will you tell me, Phil Collins is amazing.
A brilliant man. He played the drums on Do They Know It's Christmas Time at All, Feed the World.
I mean, he's a great songwriter.
Yeah.
And a great, so like he's a drummer of a band that started with like a fucking like,
Prog rock.
yeah, and he
Peter Gabriel.
emerged and he dragged everyone along with him, like to
Yes.
move from. Why hasn't that biopic happened?
I think now that the Queen Bohemian Rhapsody last night at the Golden
yeah.
Globes Best Picture. Yo, Jeff and I have hung with Rennie Macklett and Christian Slater a couple of times
It's true.
over at Amy Grant's house, you know, when she's in town with Clint Black.
You hung out with Amy Grant?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, she
yeah,
made my
we were on
puberty
the same
happen.
record label, Sparrow. Wait, what?
Amy Grant caused my puberty and my atheism. Because she's so Christian and with the kinky red hair and she's just
Ooh,
like
baby.
oh, vavy. She can't even say the word B. She's so Christian. She's like vavy, and I'm like, oh, your teeth and your lip.
She has only been with one man. I can
want
assure
a
you that.
Soil.
Unless she's the biggest
come on,
whore
that's what
out
was
there,
for-
but I don't
Amy
think
Grant,
so.
I always had a
All right,
fetish.
Dan, ask
Every
ask him
heartbeat.
an Amy Grant
Okay.
question.
No. I don't have any. No, let me.
Also, how about this, Dan? I'm going to give you a comptroller special. You get to ask him any question about any band because that's how fucking encyclopedic.
Well, that's more important, right? Because okay. So like,
And really, one other thing just that needs to be said here too, because I'm not gonna not give Dan an accolade that's really due. The guy who's headlining the first week of the first Friday shows of Coachella, Dan, he basically discovered and brought to prominence basically like a Miles Davis to music right now, which is gonna, in the history books of all the amazing things Dan has done and is fucking gonna do. This would be a highlight for fucking anyone. I mean, Dan fucking, it's because of Dan that we all have Donald Glover, and I think that needs to be,
I
know,
was
when we
waiting
talk
for you
about
to
great
say-
music, right?
I was like,
I
what
mean,
are you
Dan,
doing?
that's awesome, man. And you gave him a platform to shine, and shine he did, and it's just a beautiful thing you brought to humanity.
No. But thank you.
Of
Amazing
course.
that you made that connection, but like also at the same time, no. Because fucking.
Dan, you can pick any band, any era, and see if you can stump Jesse Camp.
Okay,
And I'm still waiting for the Phil Collins one.
I just want to like talk. I want to.
Yeah.
I want to like throw shit at you because
Please.
I feel like my music tastes are so provincial. Like they're only.
I know a lot of inside music biz secrets.
like-
I used to watch Clive Davis's Cars.
Tell me everything about Tori Amos.
Did you know? Because that's one of my famous MTV moments is me with Tori Amos singing "Dream On." Did
I don't
you know
that. No, I don't know that.
Oh, that's Googleable.
Oh, that's Googleable.
Man, take a look. It's in a book, Reading Rainbow. A Reading Rainbow. I can do anything.
It happened.
in a book.
It's Googleable.
Yo, that's on. But there's a lot of stuff about me that's Googleable, but that we don't need to get into.
So you met Tori Amos.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
And you sang
In
with
fact,
her?
2 years before MTV, this is in like Wallingford, Connecticut. I snuck into a Tori Amos concert at like, you know how you have maximum and minimum security prisons? Well, there used to be this like place, like 3,000 person place in Wallingford. Anyway, you could like, anyone could sneak into this thing. That's Connecticut. Connecticut is like minimum security concert venues, you know? But that's,
So you ended
why are
up-
we on that? I don't know. That was on me. I mean, sorry for
So
that tangent.
you're with Tori Amos. Like, tell
Oh
me about
yeah,
Tori
2
Amos.
years later, I'm in her hotel room smoking, slipping on gin and juice, laid back.
What is she like? What does she smell like?
Cornflake girl. Smells like cornflakes, but in a good way. Like, I ain't talking like those soggy ass cornflakes. I'm talking crisp and.
I'm being presented with a
shit.
video of you
Okay.
and Tori Amos on my iPhone.
It's Googleable.
Everybody's got their views in life.
This is we're playing a video of you. This is you and Tori Amos. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but in the video, you're wearing a ridiculous hat.
So I thought
Thank you,
I'd bring
Church.
it around. I thought I'd break out another crazy hat. And this is pretty crazy. This hat got 5150.
But wait, Jesse. So let me so
Oh, Lord.
like I referenced the idea of
Yeah.
so is it accurate to say your Forrest Gump adventure begins with this like MTV contest,
Very
which is
apropos.
but
I had a Jenny too, you know.
but obviously you had gumption, otherwise you wouldn't have won that contest.
I did have gumption.
You beat my friend who was like
I had some bubblegum
who has
shrimp.
moved on to establish himself as the Dick Clark
Oh,
of
Dave,
everything.
yeah, I tell you all about that because the media always tries to pit us against each other like Dolph Lundgren versus Sylvester Stallone.
But
Again.
my question is, so obviously
Or
coming,
like Wesley Snipes versus the IRS.
but
you know?
Yeah.
but coming to that stage,
Yeah.
you obviously were already a
Yeah,
savant.
Dave and I shot. That's crazy. You should bring that up, Dan. We shot a Coming to America type movie on the Arsenio Hall to Dave's Eddie Murphy. And he played like a guy from Poland, and then I was, I guess, his helper. It was very like Black Sheep, Chris Farley, David Spade. We made a movie together. It's never gonna come out because that was back when Dave was going through his satanic period.
Well, no,
First off, he was Wicca, so he didn't show up in half the dailies. But number two, he was also into a really heavy wicker candle period. He was making candles.
Jesse, can we talk about your trousers right now?
Yeah, I'm sorry for going off the rails on a crazy train.
Yeah, but these tights.
But that crazy train leads back to the station, and that station is located in Harmontown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Population.
No, I want to
view.
know. I want to know, like the obviously leading
I've listened
up
to.
to.
Hey Jeff, you want to come to the Whiskey a Go-Go tonight? We're gonna go see L.A. Guns, and he
Yeah.
of course we get backstage and we're hanging out with Phil Lewis, who's the fucking grooviest.
The man
But like to go to a rock show.
stole Rod Stewart's girlfriend back in the
Fucking
day.
did. He fucking did.
Yeah.
But to go backstage at a rock show with Jesse is like to be on a magic carpet ride of rock and roll, like fucking fantasy.
Well, because
Yes.
so here's a question I want to ask you.
Anything, Dan.
Why aren't you a snob? Because you're clearly not a snob. Because you're not doing a bit
Life humbles me a lot.
when because you're like a lot of people who have encyclopedic knowledge of things. Like they make their bones by going like, well, I talked to you about Phil Collins, and a lot of people
I love
would,
that
like,
question.
But like I want to know like so you're this skeleton key. You're like this ultimate fan. You like that's your charisma.
absolutely. Thank you.
Is there such a thing as a bad thing for you?
I've made some bad moves. Believe me.
No,
and a lot
not
in
you,
real
not
estate.
you. Don't worry about you. I'm talking about as a consumer. I'm saying like if I say Phil Collins to you,
I did a movie with Charles Grodin. Bad move.
You're like Phil Collins. He did this. He did that. I say Tori Amos to you.
Yeah.
I've only said the two things that are
wonderful
so
woman.
important to me.
I tell you honest stories
But
from
my
this point
question
out.
to you is, could I say something to you that
Anything.
would make you go, oh, fuck that. That's bullshit. You know, like Menudo or like.
I'll tell you, welcome. One thing, I'm glad you bring that up. One pet peeve of mine, although I think the public definitely cried out against it, but it didn't need to be that mean to it. But it was very ill-conceived. The Steve Carell movie, Welcome to Mavine, about how he basically. So let's just go there with this real quick. He is a man that was at like a rough kind of bar, and he was just telling all the rough locals that he wanted to be a cross-dresser or something. And so I don't know, the alcohol got in them, you know, and they like beat him well within an inch of his life, like this group of people in England. So then this dude is brain damaged, but goes to heal in this world where he gets a lot of like G.I. Joe and weird like action figures and builds an imaginary life about that with him in it. And this movie's 2.5 hours and it's called Welcome to Mavine. And it like had a $60 million budget. And I think it brought in maybe 1.2 million.
Wait, you mean Marwin?
Yeah, Marwin. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got that confused with Aquaman.
Wait,
but you're saying okay, there's shitty movies I don't recommend them.
Yeah.
Dig this, Dan.
I mean, I can't believe What? That was, I'm sorry.
Jesse, remember New Year's Eve 2000, whatever
Mini
it was.
stroke, I'm out of it.
And we're sitting in the fourth row at the Joint and at the Hard Rock in
Oh,
Vegas.
this is a great story. I'm
And-
glad we circled back.
And it's
This is a beautiful time.
But
This
no,
is
but-
around the time that the White Stripes were breaking. This is when the Strokes were happening. This is when Interpol were fucking jamming out that time era.
They were just starting to communicate their fingerprint analysis with each other.
Yo, yeah.
Interpol was, like, coming
the
up.
English, you know,
so
police.
I ran
and then,
into Jesse and the girl that you were with at the time.
oh, Alexis, who was a crazy bitch. Fuck.
All right. Well, that notwithstanding.
There it is.
There
there it is.
Well,
We had extra tickets, and you're like, yeah, man, what's going on? I go, we got tickets like second row for the.
She was prostitution.
All right.
For Jesus. All right. Well,
she's not here to defend herself.
No.
Phil Collins isn't either, but
I
you
think-
had nothing but praise for him.
Love Phil Collins. I
well,
think he gets
then treat your
he gets-
ex-girlfriends as well as
Oh,
Phil
yeah.
Collins.
You're right. You're right.
so we're sitting
She's
there.
got an invisible touch. Hey, she takes you in
Now
and
that's
makes
more
right
like
hold
it.
up your heart. She seems to have an invisible touch. Hey,
We're all back on board.
Oh, shit. Jesse,
hold in your heart.
Jesse, you know the story.
I don't know her.
Have we ever
To
talked
me,
only
it's all
know
the
her
same.
But when she gets into your heart,
You'll never be the same.
But
Oh,
now I know she's got a built-in ability to take everything you see.
And now
I
it
know
seems
I'm
falling for her. She seems to have an invisible touch. Hey.
All right.
Hey.
Yo.
All right.
Sorry, it was
wait,
specifically
the
your
colored lights.
indulgence that triggered us to stop.
But
How does that make you feel?
It's a hard
one
thing.
time.
Oh, yeah.
One time, Dan, we all got.
Oh, back to New Year's Eve though. Super
Okay,
quick.
all right. Now,
Thank you.
now
So the band Velvet Revolver are on stage. It's the late great Scott Weiland of STP looking like anorexic thin. He's got like one of them like police caps on his head.
Yeah, like a Nazi officer hat on. And yeah.
Okay, yeah, very Kenneth Cole.
Okay.
right.
Sure.
Look,
Yeah, Mr. Clean but with a mustache, dude. Dave Kushner.
Nice.
Which is now a marijuana strain at the
What did
local...
I tell you?
Shut up.
That was, yeah.
Yo.
Sorry.
So anyway,
No.
so we're watching it and it sucks. And Jesse and I just happen to be there,
Oh, this
and,
is
and we're
good,
sitting.
Dan.
We're like
Oh,
like four seats away, and I look over
popcorn.
at Jesse, and Jesse's looking at me, and I go, "What do you think about this?" Because it's like 10 minutes till midnight on New Year's
Yeah.
Eve, and Jesse looks at me and he goes, "They fucking suck, man." and I go,
That's what I want. I want to
hang on,
hear
hang
what
on,
you
no,
think
no,
sucks.
Hang on. I said,
Beautiful Boy, Steve Carell's other movie, okay? I'm gonna just say
No,
this.
no, Jesse.
It may be a beautiful story, but like, I don't really find it believable that there is a child born in Marin County, California that's addicted to Crystal Street meth. Don't buy that when Adderall is so readily available. That's a big leap of faith in the plot that I really gotta, But if we're gonna talk about prison reform, how unfair the justice system is and how redlined and rigged it is against people of color, and believe me too, it's not, Black Lives Matter, but it's like when it comes to the poor, no lives matter, and we as a nation gotta like come up on that, and when we do, prison reform is part of that, but this is what I'm getting at, and I think I remember what I'm getting at, and I'm trying to install right now. Buffer in. Jeff, I can't believe that I'm having a senior moment at the age of 39, but it happened.
39.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just being false humble. But let me tell you, I am having a senior moment. It's tough to know. I'm going in and out of it, but I do remember we were talking about Amy Grant. And how beautiful and wholesome she was, kind of like Tori Amos before all the kids with Dean McDermott.
Can you put Jesse on the vocoder?
Oh yeah, but did we get to the punchline of the Velvet Revolver concert that everyone is so invested in knowing the ending of? Jeff, I said I kind of think they suck, man. And then you asked me,
and I look down and I go like, what? Because all this talent is on stage. You got all these great rock stars. I go, what is it that they're not doing? And Jesse brilliantly goes, where's the songs? He goes, they got no songs. And that was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And we stood up and left.
Shit.
yo, We proceeded to party the rest of the night with Carrot Top, our brother.
Partying with
Jesse
Carrot
on the-
Top.
Has Carrot Top been to Harmontown yet? Why the fuck not? We
You
get
know
Chris
he's got
Angel.
fun props.
I love the top.
Yo, the Top.
I love the
I
top.
think the Top could work a room that's like audio and like can't see the props.
You'll never meet a
The top
nicer
of the
fucking
charts.
person in your life than Carrot Top. He's
Let's
the most...
answer
No.
the question.
Salt
Where are
of
the
the
songs?
Let's
Hit
do
it.
it. Hit
Speak
it.
for the
Hit it.
hard working prop comic.
Yo. No. Hit something.
No, hit a different.
Less percussive. It's more about singing than rapping. Where are the songs? Is the question.
Where are the songs?
We're gonna
Velvet
answer.
Revolver had a great song, Slither, but other than that, there was really a lot of filler on that album, you know? So, like,
There's
it was
one
kind of
song.
like a painful, tell me your Velvet. Okay, and then
Oh,
we get
no,
off
but there's
Velvet
no
Revolver
more.
because we're with Dan, and you know what? Honestly, Dan.
No. It's
Brother,
good.
it is an honor being in your presence. I mean that from the bottom of
All
my
right,
heart.
come on.
And
No,
it's
it
like,
sounds
why the fuck am I
sarcastic.
talking like over?
No,
like
no,
you?
no, no.
This
We
is
love
like
this.
being on fucking Stern is being at Harmontown.
All right.
No,
okay.
we're loving your energy.
But the
This
way
is awesome.
Dan's non-linear interviewing, it's like Tom Snyder, like but a little drunker,
Yeah,
but a
definitely.
little
I get
it, I
smarter
get it.
too.
Right.
And with the good looks of Paul Rudd, my God, Dan
Right.
is handsome.
Okay,
He's
all
like-
I
right.
could see Dan
You're-
marrying
all right.
Eva Longoria.
Okay.
He's
course.
that level of hot.
Obviously, you can come back every week.
Okay.
Obviously, but I disagree with all of those points.
No.
I am not.
Wait,
that
Chris
handsome.
Hemsworth said, "Is Dan Harmon our fourth brother?"
Where's the songs?
And our Billy Baldwin
Where's the
to
songs?
boot.
I'm telling you, like I was so. Like, Amy Grant was like, baby, I wanna, mama. And MTV was like, hey, she's Christian. She's like singing about her husband. And I was like, yeah, she is. But like, I want to soil. Like I have the the Han Solo complex. Like all of
Put
the,
that lightsaber in a Christian lady.
the girls that I had crushes on in high school, they're like they weren't. It was like they were the Amy Grants. Like
Oh, yeah.
It was like
What
it
about
was like-
Crystal Gale?
Crystal Gale? No, that was
Coal miner's daughter.
Yeah,
Yeah, Loretta Lynn's sister with the hair to the floor. Past the ass.
but
Hell yeah.
Past the Ass is also Dan's latest musical EP available on iTunes.
Past
Dan
the
does songs
Ass.
with Paul Simon, Bruce Hornsby and The
talking
Range.
about you.
And this is the lead single co-written with Michael McDonald.
Where are the songs?
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about talking about singing with the lyrics.
Yeah.
My name is MC Singer.
MC Singer.
I like to hang out with my finger, pointing at the lyric style, singing all the long day while I like to sing to the top, to the bottom. Fucked your mama so hard I belong in Sodom and Gomorrah. I think I'll come back tomorrow and fuck your mama again. Biblically, I fuck her free. Yo, my name is Yahweh. MC Yahweh in the house. I make your wife turn into a spouse. If she looks back, she's salt. You can never call that assault, cause the woman is subjectified through the Bible wide, from chapter 1 to chapter 400,000. I'm the man that comes down hounding on the patriarchy.
Hounding,
I
yeah.
got the glass ceiling and I got the fucking dick key. Unlock misogyny with my big spiritual dick.
Oh my God.
Oh shit. Hey, yo, how you doing over there? Well, my name is Job, and I don't have a care. I'd like to put that to the test. Oh, well, that would be fine. I'm Job. I'm the best. Well, your wife has AIDS. Oh, that's so does your maid. Oh no, and so do your kids. Oh shit. Oh fuck yeah. Your house fell apart. Oh God, I'm Job, and I don't hate. I love it.
Take
I
it
love
dark
it.
twist.
I love being abused by God. That's what I'm talking about. I love bringing down the house on top of people that pray to me. Oh, get down on your knees. Yeah. Oh, my name is Yahweh. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Hell yes!
Job.
That was brilliant. That is one
No,
for
don't
the
if you tell them that they
archives
won't.
right there. This the man who discovered Childish Gambino.
No, is it-
Dan, fucking
can't-
hard. Yo.
Jesse and Dan, do you think you could freestyle together a little bit?
Can't we do something together?
Yeah, fuck yeah, like California Love.
Zach, you got a beat?
Think about us
Yeah.
doing something together.
Like
Zach.
California Love.
I'd be honored to be on the track.
I want to do like something
By the
like
way, you can do the rapping, Dan, and you might just put in like the Rihanna
A hook?
Yeah, you put the hook on it.
All right,
This is the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, that's been taken.
There it is.
Like that.
All right, Zach,
The
you
hook?
got something for us?
That's,
yeah.
oh,
All right.
shit.
This is like John Travolta without the weave, y'all.
This is straight dirty.
It's seductive and actually in the dark looks a lot like Bruce Willis. Get ready for it. Here we go.
When I look at you, I see the sky in my nose and my eyes. I see you and I look within. I see your family, my kin. I see love.
Yeah. The man sees the love all the time. He's got a big, big heart, and he wants you to know that empathy and love are the best weapons that we have in this world tonight.
Yeah.
He's got a beautiful heart, he's got a beautiful soul, but when it comes to gambling, he's got no control.
I'm
He's that
an
kind of a
inveterate gambler.
bitch.
It's true.
Yeah. But when he watches R. Kelly or he watches the show that I'm talking about, Nancy Grace, yeah, that bitch, that hoe,
Yeah.
he gets pissed at her. That bitch is full of shit, and
Yeah.
I'm saying it.
He's saying it.
Nancy
Double
Grace,
down, double down.
I'm doubling
double
down.
down. Double
We're
down.
not here to
on
make
my
a political
bed.
statement. Okay, my mic
I'm
went
an
blank.
inveterate
I gotta let you
gambler.
know my favorite Colin is Hanks. Oh my
Double
lord,
down.
that's not true. I like Colin
Double down.
Farrell. And I
Double
also like Colin Hay
down.
from Men
I'm
at
an
Work.
inveterate
I like a lot of
gambler.
Collins. Like Colin
Coming
Quinn.
to the
Great
threshold
comedian. We gotta
of
get
the
Colin
mucking
Quinn on
mucking Yo,
Harmontown.
I'm
Amy
a
Quinn,
robot.
where you at, Amy? Yo, Amy's husband is a dude named Clint
Yeah.
Black, and right now we just want to talk to you, Clint.
Yeah.
We just want to give you a message. Listen, we just want to have Amy
Yeah.
and you over. Me and Dan have a timeshare in Boca Raton. We
Yeah.
want to fly you and Amy in. It'll just be you and Amy
Yeah.
and me and Dan. 3 guys, 1 woman. We'll give you 25,000.
Yeah.
We all share Amy.
Yeah.
If I'm getting in trouble for having this out loud, I feel I might regret that offer. Okay. Yo, one thing that should be noted. Okay, oh my God.
Yeah.
Before this gets Michael Richardsy, let me just preface this.
I'm a
The Harmontown green room is filled with peyote. The original Indian from the Village People, Greg, is back there, and he's smoking everyone out with peyote. So that was just me going way to the
Yep.
dark side. I think that's a teachable moment, and in fact, right now we were trying to make the song much like The End by The Doors. You know, like, yeah, hello, Father, yes, son, I'm gonna kill you. But that was a song father and son could like listen to each other with, like Father and Son by Cat Stevens, and that's really what we were going for. This was a play. This was a one act. Dan and I wrote this all over the New Year's Eve weekend. So, again, you know, just a hero villain story. I played the villain. So my mea culpa, Amy. Think it goes without saying that we would purely want a platonic relationship with you. Dan and I are both about monogamy. We are both about wearing special layers of underwear if that helps with the intimacy. You know, we are gentlemen. We
Yep.
did not mean to say that we wanted to plow your field. That was a misquote. That was a Sony email that we sent to Seth Rogen about his afro at the time. All
Yep.
right. I don't know what more to say, Amy. I'm really like, yo. My
Thank you for coming to Harmontown tonight, everybody. Let's
Jesse
give it up
K.
All right.
for Jesse Camp.
Please don't tell me I'm getting kicked off now after the Amy Grant statement.
Jesse Camp.
We love Amy Grant.
Also, Kevin Day, Spencer Critton, and I'm Jeff Davis, your comptroller. Your mayor is Dan Harmon. The one and only Jesse Camp.
It's
Drive
an
fast
honor.
and take chances. We love you all. That was special.